What's up everybody and welcome back to Werewolf Wolfie. My name is Wolfie and today we're going to be taking a look at issue number 37 of the IDW Sonic the Hedgehog comic series. Without further ado, let's get into this. I just want to say that these comic reviews are made possible by viewers like you. That's right, viewers like you are watching right now on YouTube, and by my patrons who have chosen to further support these videos by becoming patrons at patreon.com/werewolfwolfie. That's patreon.com/werewolfwolfie. Thank you guys so much. But if you guys are new to these comic reviews, here's how I normally go. First, I'll tell you what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, and then I give it a score. But first, I must read it back to you in an overly dramatic fashion, and I do mean overly dramatic. Alright, before we get to that real quick, scroll down below. Do me a favor, scroll down below, hit that like button real quick. It'll only take a second, and I can wait. Good? Alright, and consider subscribing if you haven't already for more videos like this one. And ring the bell to let YouTube know that you want to watch these videos when I put them out. I am winded from doing these things now. Like, it's this much stuff I gotta say beforehand. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get into this. And you're sure the restoration will take me? Totally. They're super chill. Everybody there is a volunteer who just wants to help folks that have had it rough recently with all the crazy stuff going on. Most recently, rebuilding after the Metal Virus saga from Sonic the Hedgehog number 13 to 32. And along with helping those impacted by the Metal Virus, they've been working to find anybody who is still missing, like your creator. Gotcha. Are you sure this is the right place? Sorry, but it looks a little ruined. Sure, I'm sure. This is the spot. Care to do the honors, buddy? On it. This is a tool shed. It sure is, if you don't know what to look for. As Tails pulls down on one of the gardening tools, the whole room begins to shake. You might want to hold on to something. Welcome to the restoration, or their back door at least. Amy told me that they decided to preserve this town's ruins as a memorial to what people have already lost. Instead, they're building within what's left over. Besides, who wouldn't want to have a place like this? Gears and starters, this place is amazing! Yeah, it's way cooler than their old place. Where do you suppose we could find? Sonic! Hi! Just like clockwork. How does she do that? Hey Amy, weren't you done with the directory stuff? Oh, I'm just here to wrap up a couple little things and make sure Jewel's okay. Which I most certainly am. We're here because we were hoping the restoration might be able to help out Belle. She needs a place to stay. Nice to meet you. Well, any friend of Sonic's is welcome here. There's always room for more volunteers. Of course, everybody in the restoration pitches in as best they can while they're here. What sort of skills do you have? Oh, woodworking mostly. We don't do a lot of that, but maybe something in the machine shop. Excuse me? Would you mind taking this new volunteer over to the machine shop? Yes, Director! Please, Jewel is fine. Yes, Director Jewel. Follow me, recruit. Don't worry, you'll do great. Thanks. Come on, we'll give you the grand tour. You guys have certainly been busy tidying this place up. Indeed. At first it seemed like we'd never get through it, but you can do anything if you take it one step at a time. And here we are. Here you are. If I have to look at another equipment requisition form, I'll scream. Miss Jewel? Should probably have a look at this. Meanwhile. What kind of robot is that? Kinda creepy. What's with her nose? Here we are, the machine shop. Sir, I have a new recruit for you, straight from the director.
What did I tell you about that official type stuff? You gotta relax, sister.
Yes, sir. Okay, duly noted.
That's a far out look. What's your make?
Custom built. I'm Belle. Nice to meet you.
Groovy. Grab a wrench and give me a hand with this Dampa sedan here.
While down in the machine workshop, Belle does her best to assist the mechanic with whatever task she is given. Get yourself together, Belle. You were built for this kind of work, so stop worrying about what people think of you. Oh, sawdust! Before she can finish that thought, a forklift runs over her tail, causing her automatic kick reflex to act out, causing the box she was carrying to fling into a nearby machine that was holding up a boat, which then comes crashing down. Move! Everybody out! Gotta help stop. But before Belle can take any action, a long tail shoots past her. That tail, of course, belonging to Tangle, who quickly gets control of the situation. Don't worry, guys, I got this. No boats about it. Ugh, little help? This is kinda heavy. Really heavy. Please hurry.
You! You're a liability to yourself and others, and I can't have those kind of vibes in my shop. So make tracks before
I'm so sorry. I swear, I can't. Oh? Easy, Chief. I'll take it from here.
Fine. Both of you scram. You know you're not allowed in here, Tangle. Not after the ball bearing incident.
You've got no appreciation for physical comedy. You cause one little industrial accident and you'll never hear the end of it. They should call it the rules duration, huh? This is a disaster. Nah, you're new, right? First days are always tough. Besides, that kick was epic. How'd that even happen? Oh yeah, if my tail gets pulled, I do this kick thing. It's automatic, sorry. Weird tail buddies. Please don't pull that. I'm Tangle. We could pull the sickest stunts with these babies. Let's be friends. I'm Belle. Nice to meet you? Now we just need something exciting to happen. Exciting how? Did you hear about the freak storms all along the coast? No way, it's natural. Is it Dr. Eggman again? Who knows? I'm just glad it's not my job to figure it out. Oh boy. In the next panel, we can see Tangle and Belle having two different reactions. Jewel, we got trouble. There's a... Oh. Yo, Tangle. Long time no see. Belle, short time no see. Hey, Sonic. So, what's... Ah, here we go. This was the last picture our scouting drone was able to get before the storm surge took it out. Look at that energy coming off the top. Something that powerful could affect cloud formation in the area, thus causing the storms. This is beyond what the restoration is equipped to handle, but we can't leave those villages in danger. No worries. If Eggman's up to something, Tails and I can handle it. And me. I'm not missing out on another adventure with you, Sonic. Oh yes, mission time! Hold on, Tangle. That tower. He might be there. You're on inventory duty this week. You've got donations to catalog. But Jewel... But if I say I need to go, they'll want to know why. I can't risk it. Everybody in the restoration has to do their part. We'll hit you up next time Eggy summons a god of destruction. Or digs up some ancient fighting robots. Promise. Sorry, Tangle, but I have a lot of reports to get through. Could you... Yeah, inventory time. Come on, Belle. You know what? I think I have an idea.
Later, a few miles offshore of Seaside City.
Yup, this is definitely the place. What do you think he's up to this time? Maybe some kind of weather machine. It'd be just like him to try and rain on everyone's parade. Come in behind me, I'll clear the way. Roger.
In one speed blitz, Sonic makes short work of the egg pawns guarding the door.
You know, if we're going inside, it's only polite to knock! Our three heroes begin to smash into the oversized door. It doesn't take long for them to break through, but before they can realize what's happening, they fling themselves through a dimensional door. The heck? Back at Restoration HQ. You sure about this plan? You want to help Sonic, don't you? Well, yeah. Ooh, now that's a ride! Let's take a look under the hood. You can get it going? Oh, you betcha. This should only take a minute. I joined the restoration when Jewel took over to support her, but now I hardly even see her. But she's working hard to help people, and she's important now, so... Maybe this is a bad idea. We should go back and... Belle, sensing hesitation in Tangle's resolve, quickly finishes her repair, not giving her a chance to rethink her plans. Whoa! I guess we're doing this. Let's go!
What in the... Tangle!
Fair warning, I've never driven one of these things before. Too late to worry about that now.
Meanwhile...
Ah! What the heck kind of door was that? Whatever this is, it's broken beyond repair. I'd guess we overloaded it when we fell through. I wouldn't even know where to start to fix it. I sure hope it didn't set off a special alarm or something. We can worry about that later. At least it got us inside. Let's go see if we can find some answers. Ooh, dibs! Gotta be getting close now. Where there's bots, there's something worth finding. Yeah. Strange. What do you think it was doing with this chalk? We'll figure it out. Nothing's impossible when we're working together.
10 minutes later.
It's impossible! This place never ends! Hold on, guys. I want to test something out. Oh? Follow me. If my hypothesis is correct, when we turn this corner... Yes! The mark I made is gone. But we just went in a circle. How? Somehow this place is changing around us as we move through it. What are we gonna do about it? Well, I don't know. I hadn't thought that far ahead. My turn for a little experiment. Hang on tight. If this place wants to shift around us, let's see if it can keep up with me. Sonic begins to blast around the corridors, taking Tails and Amy with him, but the further he progresses, the more distorted the world around them becomes. Whoa, no way! Where to now? I'm not even sure which way is up. Faster! What? Are you sure? Nope, but something's telling me that if we can outpace this maze, then we can break it too! Amy flings her hammer ahead, breaking one of the walls of the maze and sending our three heroes careening through an unknown space. Next time, a backstage pass. And that was issue number 37. This one was very interesting for a couple of reasons, because there's two things that are actually going on in this story. One, it's trying to introduce us to Belle, well, not introduce us, but reintroduce us and integrate her into this cast of heroes and restoration people, as we see them showing her around this brand new base built around this destroyed city. Actually kind of interesting to see that. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Knothole Village from the Sonic SatAM cartoon / also the Archie comic. What's really interesting is that we get to see a side of Belle. Well, again, we're kind of getting reintroduced to her. She's kind of insecure, doesn't really know where she fits in here, or if she fits in even at all with the rest of these heroes, because as we've seen before, she's kind of been alone for most of her life. I can imagine she was alone since Mr. Tinker made her, and that's of course what her main objective is right now, is to try to find him. Why? She's looking for Eggman / Mr. Tinker? We can only assume that she wants to maybe convince him to come back to the right side of things, or perhaps she just misses her quote-unquote dad. It'd be very interesting to see what she does once she does meet him, though. I'm wondering what her overall goal is. If I had to make a guess based on her personality, I'm gonna guess that she more than likely wants to try to convince Eggman to become Mr. Tinker again and try to build things for good and be a good person again, because I think she's well aware of what Eggman is and what he is doing and what he is capable of, because she's seen how most of the characters react to Eggman, and that's the whole reason she's keeping her relationship with him, Mr. Tinker, a secret from everybody. I believe the only character that knows thus far or has a hunch about what she's up to, or rather who she's connected to, is Tails, but he's not outright calling her out on that one. Whether or not he's being nice or if he really doesn't know, that's kind of ambiguous right now. We the readers do know what her ties and connections to are for the most part. We can assume it's Mr. Tinker based on everything we know. But yeah, barring all that, we go through the base and she's kind of assigned a place to go, which is the workshop. And at first things seem to be going okay for her, but then, yeah, things don't go so great. Because her tail, her blasted tail, that thing where whenever it gets pulled, she just kicks out randomly and it causes almost an accident to happen. And yeah, things don't go great for her, but thankfully, one of my favorite characters, my girl Tangle, is there to quickly pick things up and make sure that no one gets hurt, and also to get Belle out of there before she causes any more harm or before she gets her feelings really hurt. But yeah, that's the one thing I do like about Tangle, is she's such a ball of energy. She's just so optimistic and just energetic that you can't help but be like, oh man, she's just great whenever she's on any panel of the comic. It's just like, this is a good time. She's so expressive, and I love the way Evan Stanley draws her. But yeah, definitely nice to see her tagging up and kind of working with Tangle on this one, because if you need somebody who's really optimistic to work with somebody who's very not optimistic, Tangle is your girl, besides Amy Rose. Amy Rose, though, is off with Sonic and Tails, but we'll get to that in just a second. Yeah, that's really the main thing right now, is that we're kind of seeing them pair off. Tangle immediately has like this bond with her because of their weird tails. Tangle's able, of course, she has that weird tail that she can kind of control and maneuver and use as a weapon and as a tool and as a third hand rather. Yeah, and Belle's just like, maybe don't pull that. I like that their relationship is going to boil down to almost Tangle and Whisper levels of shenanigans again, where Tangle is just like this overly optimistic, maybe jumping too soon into the action, while Belle is more thoughtful about what she does. However, excuse me, we see with the other side of the story, the main issue with this arc going on is this tower that's been causing disruptions with storms all around the world, or rather in this section of the world that is still unnamed. And yeah, our crew is already onto it and they're seeing what's going on. Sonic, Tails, and Amy volunteer to go and check it out. And I do like that Amy is the first person to volunteer because Sonic's going with, and she actually wants to go on an adventure with him this time. No more splitting them up. Put them together. The Son Amy fans will be pleased. So yeah, and of course Tails is the third wheel that happens to come along because they need Science Boy to figure things out, whatever's happening at that tower. Tangle basically gets left behind, or kind of put behind, by Jewel to do some inventory, but Tangle's like, I really want to go, but I guess so. This doesn't really sit well with Belle because she knows that Eggman might be at that tower, so what does she do? She kind of convinces Tangle to break out and go follow them, using this weird device that almost looks similar to Knack the Weasel's weird flying device machine thing. I don't know what that thing is. Maybe we'll get answers later, maybe it's just a weird throwaway thing. As we flash back to our other heroes, Sonic, Tails, and Amy, as they break into this base, something weird happens. Like, there is a door with a portal in it that leads to this weird hallway that actually is more than just a hallway. It's a maze. Like, it is an actual maze. And that's something that Tails figures out after discovering a piece of chalk that one of the Badniks was using to draw along the wall of it. And it's like, oh, that's actually interesting. This mysterious room slash hallway, corridor, wherever this thing is constantly shifting as they're walking around in it. So as Tails writes like on the wall, they walk around and they come back and it's like, oh, that mark's gone. So this place is actually changing, or ever changing as we're walking through it. What kind of weird room is this? Was this a trap to get the three of them in there and possibly trap them in there? Is this like the new null space that was used for Sonic Forces, but like crazier? Or mayhaps this might have been something that Starline designed. It's hard to say who's even behind this tower. It could be Eggman, it could be Starline, it could be someone else even. But yeah, what an interesting little turn that they had. Turns out that's like, okay, well, Sonic has an idea. Well, if we're trapped in here and it's constantly shifting, if I just use my speed, maybe we can outmaneuver it. They find out, oh, by the way, as they're running through this, it starts getting really crazy and Doctor Strangey by like, things are like kaleidoscoping, like the up becomes down, left becomes right, everything's all flipped, turned upside down, and it's like, what the heck is going on? And it's like, it looks like something like right out of a Doctor Strange Marvel panel, but like, as they're running around, Amy's like, alright, fine, maybe we can break through this maze, and she like flings her Pico Hammer and shatters everything. And I do not know what happened at the end of this. It looks like they're being pushed through time or interdimensions. Could this lead to Sonic Prime on Netflix? I doubt it, because that's how many years? That's what, a year from now? Yeah, that's gonna be a while, and I highly doubt this is the thing that brings him to Sonic Prime. But wouldn't that be funny if this wound up being a tie into Sonic Prime? Like, I know, I'm just making jokes. Comment section, Wolf, it's not gonna be Sonic Prime. They said it's based off I know, I'm just saying, I was making a joke. But anyway, yeah, our heroes are currently flung through whatever this corridor maze thing happens to be, and yeah, that's how it kind of ends. Tangle and Belle are on the way there. Hopefully, I'm guessing it's going to be their story, where Sonic, Tails, and Amy are kind of figuring out what's going on with this whole portal thing, if they're not separated by the end of this. Them trying to figure that out, while Tangle and Belle hopefully discover whoever is the mastermind behind this thing, since it sounds like the way that portal was used when all three of them flung through it, Sonic, Tails, and Amy, that it stopped working. They fizzled it out, so they might be trapped in there, unless Tangle and Belle can figure it out. Who knows? This is going to be a very interesting arc, because I'm curious where they're going to go from here. Don't forget, at this very same time, we still have Mimic out there. We still have, I mean, that's probably not going to be the focus of these next few issues, but still, we still have Mimic out there. We still have, like, I don't know what Knuckles is doing somewhere. We're not going to see him for a while. My boy, I miss him so. Eggman's still out there, and Starline is still out there, potentially building up his base and using Tails' fur for whatever that experiment was that he was working on. Could this been something that Starline was working on, or maybe this is a leftover thing of Eggman's? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think this thing could possibly be. The mystery will unfold as time goes on, but right now I'm thinking again. I believe this one was also written by Evan Stanley, so this is gonna be very interesting. No, wait, I'm sorry. I said earlier that this one was drawn by Evan Stanley. I believe this one was actually drawn by. Let me check real quick on the. It says right here it was drawn by Adam. So Adam is. I'm sorry for the mixing up of the art. Adam did some really good artwork in this. I love how every artist who's worked on this has done really good, but I love the way he draws expressions and stuff like this. He makes like all the characters look really cute in a way, like, and there's another thing I wanted to talk about real quick in this book. I'm sorry if I seem a little scatterbrained. My mind is wandering because I just finished reading this, but there's something that should be noted, how most of the Resistance reacts to Belle when she first gets there. I think the way they're reacting is the way most, I'm not gonna say most, but half the fan base probably responded when they first saw Belle. Ooh, I don't like her. I don't trust her. What's wrong with her nose? I don't like puppets or stuff like that. And it's like, you can kind of see it's kind of affecting Belle. I kind of felt really bad for her in this one because it's like, dang, man, she didn't really ask for all this, but she's trying her best to help, and sadly she does not do it. Well, she does a good job until accidents happen, and yeah. I like this Rastafarian monkey guy. I don't know who he is, but I vibe with him. Yeah. This was a very interesting read. Tell me what you guys think of this book so far. Are you excited for the further adventures of Belle and Tangle? And what do you think this whole tower thing's about? Who built it? Who's behind it? And will the others discover Belle's secret by the end of this arc? Let's all speculate together. If you do know, if you read ahead or something, if you know spoilers, please keep them to yourself. We all want to discover this together. Overall, if I had to think of anything I didn't really like. Oh, I remember what I was going to say originally. I was going to say, I like the way she does her story. Like, it's not really a lot of action. She kind of does a lot of building up to mysterious things. I said this in the last one she did, the last arc she did, where it's like a lot of mystery and like, okay, what is this? What is that? Sort of thing. Like, what's this and that? I'm hoping we're going to get even more new characters introduced into this story, because that'd be actually really fun to have more characters in this, but I guess we can work on one character at a time. We need an established character to help Belle kind of get herself settled, and Tangle is the character for that. I wonder where Whisper is right now. Also, it's cool to see that Jewel has kind of really owned up to this whole, I guess, leadership role that she has in the Resistance now. That's kind of cool. And other than that, I can't really think of anything I didn't like. Yeah, there really wasn't anything I didn't like in this one. A lot of this was just build up, and I'm guessing a lot of the stuff we'll see in the next issue will probably have a little more action in it. If not, it may reveal a little bit more about what this place is and who's behind it. In the meantime, guys, I think I will say, since I didn't really not like anything, I'll give this one a score of 8.2, 8.3. I'm gonna go for 8.2 out of 10 on this one. This one was really fun to read and kind of fun. I think it's gonna be fun to speculate on this one and all this stuff that's gonna be happening behind the scenes. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think of this comic below in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe for more comic reviews like this one if you, again, want more. And ring the bell to let YouTube know that you want to watch these videos when I put them out. A special shout out to my patrons once again for their continued support and helping me get these videos out. If you want to become a patron for as little as $2, you can get these comic reviews a little earlier than the YouTube side. It's a small perk that I give out. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this comic review, guys. In the meantime, I guess I'll see you all next time. So, as always, wash your hands, wear your mask if you go out, social distance, and be safe out there. Think smart, everybody. Be safe. Alright, in the meantime, guys, stay tuned.